Welcome back, everyone. This week we're back with Pat again, and we're here to talk with some of her friends who have crossed over. This is Marley, who we talked about a little bit last week, that left Simon very upset. And Marley's a very strong presence still here. I know it was very hard on your whole family. Marley wants to say thank you. Oops. Marley is saying thank you for the wonderful life. The time that I had with you is precious to me. Would she come and put her head right here? Okay. Know that she still comes and does that. When you are thinking of her, see if you can feel some heat or some pressure on your knee, because she's doing this in her tail wags, and she looks up in your eyes. She still comes and does that. She still comes. She follows Simon in the nursing homes. Now, did she do nursing home work as well? Okay. Well, she does now. She goes with him and she follows him, and she stays a little bit back behind him, she shows me. A foot or two back. And just sits there and watches. Now, watch him sometimes, because sometimes he's kind of just looking off in the distance a little bit.
Yeah.
It's usually when she's there. And she's the... yeah, and that's what he does, and he talks to her a lot. They still talk a lot. He still misses her, but he understands he still has an important job, and he will be with her again. Marley also sits by your front door at night. She guards the house.
You're kidding.
No, why?
Because that's where she was always.
Oh, by the front door?
By the front door.
Okay. Well, she still goes there. She still lays at the front door or sits at the front door at night to guard the house.
Yep.
She's still the protector.
Oh my God. Okay.
What was this chortle sound she made? Did she make a little... There you go. Okay. Not, and it wasn't the whole bark. It was talking.
Is she still afraid of thunder? Because she ripped my house apart. How
With the
lucky she
thunder?
was that she stayed with us. Because she ripped sofas, doors, whatever.
When she first hears a thunder,
Yeah.
the first noise, it will startle her just a little bit, but not like before, she says. Now I understand things more.
Okay. Okay.
She has a bigger, broader view of things.
Oh. She was terrified. Terrified.
You know, she says that one of the things that she didn't understand was how much Dad loved her.
Oh, he did. He did. I mean, she destroyed our house. And we loved her.
Yeah, she didn't realize how deeply he was connected to her. Not until now. She knew that there was something there, but not like this. Now she can see truly how much he loved her, and still does. He thinks about her quite often, she tells me. She says, does he watch TV with his feet up sometimes?
Sometimes.
Because I feel like he's kind of doing, you know, like kind of like this kind of a thing. But she says that, and I think he's watching TV anyway. That's what I feel. I feel like there's a TV on. Anyway, she says that sometimes he drifts off and thinks about her. And she does come when she feels him thinking of her. And she comes to you, and she comes to Simon. One of the things she tries to do with Cher is push Cher back a little bit, because she wants to be on top of Simon or anyone.
That was always the competition.
Okay.
Always the competition.
Well, she tries to come in between sometimes to, like, say, you know, back off, Cher, a little bit, back off.
Nobody can back off Cher.
No, but she tries.
Right.
She tries. She says she misses the walks, though. She loved the walk.
I could do all three of them. We used to go.
Okay. She misses
every
that.
day.
She misses that, and she still goes in spirit, but it's not quite the same. She says she wasn't afraid of anything outside. If she was walking, things would catch her eye. She was very aware, but things wouldn't frighten her. She was always on the lookout.
Especially when the deer ran in front of us. Oh, she protected us as they were.
Absolutely.
Very impressed.
And that's exactly where she's going. I still do that. I still keep a foot ahead.
Amazing.
And I still keep a lookout. as I did before. They didn't scare me, but I wanted them to know they're not to come close to you. They're not to come close to you. She said she knew that they weren't dangerous.
It was scary though, because there were 5 of them.
And
she did a good job.
Yeah, she was a strong presence. And she still does that as well. She also says she loved the water more than the other dogs.
Well, I don't know, because she would just go down the steps and swirl around, but 3 times each time.
And that was it.
And that was it in getting up.
Okay.
But always loved going in, but wasn't the jumper
right,
or
okay.
the big swimmer.
Well, to her, she
loved it. She thought she was Olympic. Good. Okay.
Yeah, she said that she liked, or she got more enjoyment out of it, maybe.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But she said she was better connected to the water than the other
She would go in and sit in there the whole time while they were jumping, running, whatever.
Oh.
She would be sitting on the steps in the water.
And it was very peaceful for her.
Yeah.
That was her peaceful time.
Yeah.
That was her her time where she was zoning kind of thing. So maybe that's where she is going with that. That's why she enjoyed that more.
She wasn't the Olympic swimmer, but she was the sitter.
No, but she like really I don't know, she says that she enjoyed it more, she loved it more, she pulled the energy of it in better.
Good, good.
She does miss being in body. She said she really didn't feel like she knew something was wrong, but she didn't really feel like she was going to cross when she did.
I hope I didn't put her down too early.
No, you didn't. Not at all. Because when it came on,
because she just couldn't breathe.
No, that was
her legs went.
No, you did exactly at the exact right time. It was just she didn't. It wasn't you that she's saying. She's not saying you did this too early. There was no way she could go on. It just progressed faster than she expected.
It was the week before once, and then this.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Right.
And she
That's
couldn't get up.
It just came on too fast for her.
Yep. She couldn't even walk.
Oh no. She wants to thank you for helping her, and she knows how hard it was on you. She hated seeing that sadness in your eyes, and she kept looking at you saying, "I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, I don't want to let you down. I don't mean to upset you, I'm sorry," but she just wants to let you know.
I hope all my Goldens remember me as just the best mom.
Every one of these babies love you. Absolutely, you have such a gorgeous collection of Goldens in your lifetime. And every one of them was blessed to be with you. Every one of them.
Blessed to be. Life is golden with the golden.
I like that. Life is golden with the Goldens. Here, I'm just going to hold this one up. So
these are my guys.
So we can see them all here. Which one is this one again?
Okay, that's Cheyenne.
That's Cheyenne. Okay.
This is Dylan and Joppy, and they had Layla. And we had Carly and Marley. And little Carly was from the shelter, dumped on a garbage pit, and she came and stayed with us. And then this is the picture at the end, just the day before.
This one?
And she brought more joy than any of our dogs. But how somebody could do that to her, I can't believe it.
Well, and this is Carly, did you say?
Yes.
Okay. Let me tell you something. How much do you want to know? Do you want to know what she was going to be used for before you got her? Before you saved her? She was supposed to be a bait dog. That's what she's showing me. She was supposed to be a bait dog, but she was too nice and wouldn't provoke. So that's why they dumped her. She wouldn't provoke. She just sat there.
Yes.
And the dogs that were training didn't know what to do. And this is a horrible thing in our society, in our country. Awful what they do with the pit bull fighting. But she was taken
and then brought into the shelter. But and they were going to put her down. And I said, I know she's not going to make it because it's mouth cancer, but she's going to come and stay with me. And she was there for 8 months. 8 months.
Yeah, and that's what they were going to use it for. And she just sat there. She was too nice. She wouldn't provoke. She wouldn't incite the dogs to do anything. She just kind of calmed them. That's not what they were looking for. She had a very good calming energy. and they had no use for her anymore after that. But prior to that, that's not where she was with, though, the whole time.
So no,
that wasn't her whole life.
No,
that was before she came to
well
you.
Behaved,
right?
And so cuddly and whatever, and she would sleep on the side of my bed every night. Just
who slept on a big pillow on the floor?
That was John.
That was this one. Okay. Okay.
And hogged it and wouldn't let anybody else even lay on her bed.
I know we're going to short things here. Just real quick back to Carly. Just real quick back to her. She had a wonderful life before that.
I thought
she was displaced from her home.
Anything wrong? She was just perfect. Do you know what it? Perfect.
She was displaced from her home. It was.
And they said they couldn't believe that. I mean, at that point, she didn't. Her face wasn't like that, but she was up on top of. They just found her at the garbage dump. That's where they dumped her and brought her in.
She's not even sure what happened. It was like a fly-by-night kind of thing. It was almost like people got up and left, or had to flee, maybe. Just 1 minute her family was there, and the next it wasn't. And then she wound up with someone who tried to use her as bait. It didn't work. And then that's where she got dumped. That's what she's showing me. But her life before that was fabulous. But I'm hearing accents and another language, so maybe, I don't know if this is Spanish I'm hearing, maybe. The first family.
Yeah.
I think that there was some Spanish or some broken English in the home as well. Maybe not everybody all the time, but as well. Okay. So now, which one was the dog who sleeps on the pillow again? This one?
Chop.
Okay. Did you look at her and think she had sad eyes at some point in time? She keeps saying that people thought that she had sad eyes. She said it was never sad.
Okay.
She was not sad.
Those eyes. The people used to say that. Oh, you're so sad.
Oh.
So sad. But she loved us, boy. Oh,
she wasn't. Goodness. She said that she wasn't sad.
Okay.
She said she just looked that way.
I just knew you were.
She's very, very happy in her lifetime. She said she pawed a little bit like Cher does.
Yeah.
She did the paw thing a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe she can come and ask Cher not to. Maybe she can try to communicate with Cher a little bit and help me out with that, huh? Very sensitive feet. Okay.
Yes.
Her as well as Cher.
Yes.
Okay. They like to feel a lot of vibrations and things through their feet.
Always dancing or whatever. Okay.
So they use their feet to connect with people, and that's why they're.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
You know, that's why when I was talking to Cher before, I was trying to tell her work on your third eye instead of your feet. But
she does need help.
Well, Joplin.
We'll have a singing Dylan Joplin.
Oh.
Carly Simon.
Oh.
Cher. Shows mom's age. So.
No, you know what? That's really cool, and that's a way to keep them all united with the same energy. That's awesome. I didn't even think about that. Okay, well, so Joplin says, I'm still here for you, Mom. What she used to do? She used to come behind and nudge your butt or nudge people's butts?
Yes. For attention?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, she still does that.
Okay.
She still does that. She goes, pay attention, because I still nudge your butt.
Okay.
That's cool. Okay. There's a good confirmation on that one. So pay attention and see if you feel anything behind you. Which is the dog that used to chase shadows? Who chased shadows? Dylan chased shadows.
Would be fixed on him.
It was so fascinating. How come I couldn't catch them? I was fascinated by them, not afraid of them. Fascinated by shadows.
We thought he had a low IQ.
No, actually, he just had good vision.
Okay.
And he wanted to catch them and smell them and see what they are, and he couldn't. And it just fascinated him more. Not so much a frustration, although sometimes I think so. Did he used to almost make a talking sound to the shadows? I'm feeling something, that's why I'm asking.
He was just pouncing.
Okay. Yeah, because he was always trying to catch them. That's funny. So all of your dogs, you need to know, all of them are in dog heaven. Okay, when they tell me dog heaven, they show me a big tree and golden skies. So it's an awesome place. It's outside, it's warm. Sometimes I get flowers, sometimes I get butterflies, sometimes I get turtles.
Do our other pups at the shelter, do they think of us when they can't stay here on Earth? I always...
Oh, that ones that have to be put down to the shelter. Yes.
I actually, quite often, they'll come just in a dream as clear as can be. And I'm like, and you know, they knew we cared.
Yes, and they do know. And they know it's in your heart. They always know it's in your heart that you want to help them, but there's only so much we can do. Sometimes I've had them say, it's okay, I know that there is no place in the world for me right now. I can come back again.
You're good.
Oh, thank you. Oh, Pat, that's so sweet. I just love to do this. Yeah, no, they're
so good at it. I mean, really, just bring peace and
you.
calm.
Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. That's.
I was dreading this. I want you to know.
I know you were worried about talking to your animals that have crossed.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that you let us do that, though, because they're all saying thank you. They
makes my day.
Okay, so who's singing happy birthday? Did you celebrate their birthdays?
Cut.
Because I'm getting happy birthday with the birthday hat.
Cut.
So that's a big yes, huh? We did birthdays. Well, just know that they appreciate that.
Okay.
They appreciate the celebration.
They cart me away. All right.
No, you know what? Other people do that too. They know that they're being honored. It's their special day, and they love that. Any way that they can be, any way that an animal can feel more like a part of the family, a member of the family, that's what they're here for. You know, that's what they all desire. So no, they're all thanking you for that. So yeah, so now I've got 3 or 4 of them showing me the same thing: birthday hats and happy birthday. Excuse me, but they all had wonderful lives with you. They couldn't have asked for better. They couldn't have asked for better, and they all surround you still.
Wow. I just felt always loved with them. I think animals bring us such joy.
They do. Not everybody can open and connect to that. And it's a shame. It's sad because they have so much to teach us.
I know, look at me, 70 years old, and I'm just like,
I still can't believe your age.
Here we go.
You have so much life in you. I still can't wrap my head around that. But animals keep us young too.
Yes, absolutely.
Animals keep us young. All of them do. With the energy that they give us and the peace that they give us, and they help us release stress and tension and all kinds of things.
Oh yeah, really.
That anyone who can really connect with an animal, not just have a small animal in a cage. Why do that? Why do that? Yes, some animals have to be caged. I understand this. But if you're just going to leave a bunny, a guinea pig, a rat in a cage and throw them food and water once in a while, why do that? Take them out, play with them, love them, connect with them, speak to them, and hear what they have to say. And watch their reactions when you say certain things. When you use certain tones and you say certain things, they do react. When you say, you want a cookie? Of course every dog comes running, I want a cookie. But what about when you say other things? What about when you say, new people are coming to visit us today? They give you that look. Oh, okay. And they do listen, and they do understand, and they do connect. They're very much a part of everybody's family, and they need to be that way. That's why they're here. They're all gifts from God, every one of them. They have such a wonderful outlook on life that we don't have. And on death, they do not fear death. They know it's just a phase of life. It's just kind of like coming out of an egg. You know, so shedding the body is kind of like coming out of an egg. And they go to, well, dog heaven, but they go to another place where they can still connect. And when it's time for them to come back down, they're in another egg, so to speak. And then they can come back as a soul, in a body again, and they can do that. I can tell you, I've had many animals that have been previous animals. My white cat Zion was my Afghan hound, Noel. There's no doubt. This cat is, there's no doubt. Anyone who knew my Afghan hound knows that that's my cat now. But they do. It doesn't matter what form they come back in. If they're supposed to come back to us, they will. And when it's time, Marley will come back to you. If you want her to. If you want her to, when it's the right time, when it's not yet. She says not yet. But she can come back to you if you want her to. It's up to you. Or I can wait there for you. you tell me.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. You have any questions for any of these guys before we close
No,
out?
I was dreading this.
Oh.
And you made me feel so good.
Oh, I'm glad.
You did.
Oh,
You did.
I'm glad. I know it's painful, and I'm sorry, and I appreciate
Saying I'm like
talking.
such a...
Well, it's because you're such a
animal
heart
lover.
connection
I
with
know.
all of that.
They are. They each were special.
They are, every one of them. Well, thank you so
Okay,
much
thank
for
you
letting us
too.
speak with all your animals. I so appreciate that. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this week. Don't forget to hit the like button. We'll see you next week. Thank you.